This is my last mystery school teaching. That will be starting on the 25th. I'm, in one sense, very happy that I'm not going to be teaching anymore the one-year program. But another, on another side, I have some pain that I'm not going to be teaching, because up until now, I have not selected anyone to take over my teaching. Why? Because I have not found anyone who can do what I can do. That's why I have told them, those who are around me, who have been teaching on my behalf, that you should always use my words. You should not innovate or do anything of your own. That is very important for me. The reason is, I'll tell you what happened. I just have to run to talk to you. I've been talking for hours to Agastya through a channel. And that was about how to cure cancer. And what Agastya was talking to me is very similar to what is called the new therapy for cancer, called carbon ionization radiation therapy. Oh, did Agastya know about the radiation therapy? He did, even more. And I was talking for 3 hours, and it was the person who was delivering was doing it nonstop. And I had to go to the bathroom, and I have to take everything with me, my cell phone and my recording devices, to the bathroom, so that I can also go to the bathroom and also listen to it. Then after this, then people came and said that there is this program. Oh my God, Joe, I ran, just washed my face, and then just put my jacket on, and I came here. Because if I just interrupt the communication with Agastya, he will be so upset, and I don't want to miss that. So the information that flows through me will change the world. And then I wanted to give priority to that information, rather than continue to teaching what I have already been teaching. But I'm very happy that things are all going to change. Definitely change. The world will be changed. And the sciences will be changed. Economics will be changed. Governance will be changed. Relationship will be changed. Everything will be changed. And I'm very happy about it. So having said that, let me talk about what I was supposed to, and which is about intuition. And one of the things that I'm going to talk at some length and give techniques to open up to intuition will happen on the 25th, which is the birthday of Muruga, who is the personification, sum total of what intuition is. Intuition is divine knowledge. It's not intellect, it's not human knowledge. I often quote Einstein, who said that intuition is a sacred gift, and intellect is a faithful servant. We live in a civilization where we have made the servant, which is the intellect, the mind, as the master, and completely have forgotten intuition. It is a shame, complete shame, that the modern science has stumped intuition as superstition or something that is not so important, or maybe superstition. That's unfortunate, but I'm not worried because it's all going to change. Now I'm going to not going to go deep into understanding intuition, talk about theories and so forth, but I will give you very, very mundane examples, but profound techniques to awaken the intuition which is latent within you. There is no need to go to formal or informal or educational institutions to learn about intuition. There is nothing there to be learned. It is already there within you, and you should know how to be receptive. Receptivity is very important. You should be receptive to intuition. And if you are receptive, then you will benefit a lot. So Einstein said that whatever he has discovered, it is not through the intellect or reasoning. It is through intuition. That is true in day-to-day life also. Whether you are going to make money or going to get a dream job that you want to, or relationship that you want to have, all can be accomplished through following your own intuition and the information that flows through your intuition. And there are some chemicals that are used, that can be used in intuition. Dimethyltryptamine, DMT. There's a lot of research available on DMT and intuition. Not that I'm asking you to go and take DMT. There is a natural DMT available within your pineal gland. Although I would say that you should read the book by this scientist long time ago, Strassman, is a psychiatrist. Luckily, he was able to do the research at that time. I don't think you can do the research now. His book on the pineal gland, which is the third eye, which we are not consciously using in our day-to-day life. And the pineal gland is in the center of the brain, and that is the organ that is associated with intuition. What that will do is that will help you to live a life not conditioned by rationality. Rationality will not allow you to change your reality, because rationality is time. So it will not allow you to conceive of outrageous reality. See, you want $100,000. There are many, many, many people who cannot conceive of that. That's the problem. The moment, then if you go to a rich man or a person who already makes that kind of income, many more times over that, there is no problem for him. He may have problem to think of $1 billion. So there are conceptual constraints. And the conceptual constraints are due to your rationality. It is not reasonable for you to think that. And if you can think, then you can manifest. You can think and believe 100% that's going to happen. Ramtha would call it as a common thought. It should be a common thought, which is, a believable thought, which is a factual thought to you. It should not be an outrageous thought anymore, but a common thought. And that, if you can develop that, then everything is possible. Whether it can be a relationship, it can be money, it can be health, it can be anything that you want. So it's a matter of activating your pineal gland. And there is a God for this pineal gland, who came out of the pineal gland, who lives in the pineal gland. And if you just connect with him, that God will help you to open your own third eye. So third eye, knowledge or wisdom or intuition, doesn't require time. It can happen anytime. Doesn't require any theories. If you want, you can go and read some theory, but it is not a prerequisite. What you can do is, you have to do a very simple technique. I want you to take advantage of the session on the 25th, which is the birthday of the God of the third eye, Murugan. Because I can teach you now. I'm going to give you the teaching now. Anyway, but the time is very important. That's why I selected the right time to do the teaching on the 25th. And that is also the first day of the session for the 1-year program, which is the last 1-year program, mystery school program that I'm teaching. Now, let me come to what I'm going to teach now. I'm going to teach you about intuition, which is latent within you. And if I have to pinpoint one part of the brain that is associated with intuition, there are other parts of the brain that also are involved in intuition. But the most powerful, the most important part of the brain that is associated with intuition, which takes you out of your reasoning intellect and take you to a different dimension of wisdom, of timelessness, of a space which is not bound by any boundaries, infinite space, infinite time. It will move you to that dimension. And unfortunately, it's a very deplorable situation that we don't even teach it in our schools and colleges. How to awaken the third eye or the pineal gland. Okay. And it is very interesting, Dr. Strassman, when he did the research, he's a psychiatrist. People condemned him, and now I find all of a sudden that people, even scientists, are interested in Strassman after about 30 years or 40 years, 50 years, I don't know when he did the research, at least 30 years. And he made a comparison between the DMT that is secreted within the pineal gland and ayahuasca. So let me compare all these things before I give you the technique. Ayahuasca, on the one hand, I'm not recommending ayahuasca or DMT. I'm going to teach a simple yogic technique to activate the third eye, and without having to take DMT or ayahuasca or any other psychedelic. I'm against all of them. Okay. But I'm not criticizing those who take. It is their choice, but do I recommend it? No, I don't. So when you activate that part of the brain, which is very active during 2 a.m. because it is photosensitive, light sensitive, but it becomes active in the night time. And that intuition doesn't recognize time, logic, and then gives you ways of living life without having to struggle for money, struggle for relationships, struggle for health. All this will be under control. The struggle will be under control, provided if you live, you awaken the third eye, and then use your intuition. And now, and that intuition is both in the subtle body. We have a subtle body. The physical body, the physical brain is not everything. There is a physical body. Corresponding to the physical body is a subtle body, which is a light body. The same thing with the physical brain. There is a subtle brain, which is the astral brain, that is also parallel to the physical body and the physical brain. So when I talk about pineal gland and dimethyltryptamine, it's about the physical body. But the physical body and the astral body are connected. So whatever you do to the physical body, you will also be doing it to the physical, to the astral, subtle light body. So since we cannot control the light body, since we do not know it, since we don't experience it, we can only go to that, the third eye, which is in the subtle body, through the pineal gland, which is the connecting link between the third eye and the pineal gland. They are the correlates for each other. And that's what we are going to do. So eventually we should be able to see our subtle body and directly go into the third eye of the subtle body. Until then, we will have to work with the physical body, and that is very important. When we do that, then we are able to live intuition. Yeah. And once you live the intuition, then life is no longer a struggle. Life is a very beautiful experience, in the sense that you will be able to control the physical body, the diseases in the body, and also the events in the body, and then all the problems associated with lack of money and so forth. since I want this session to be an unit which by itself is complete, meaning that you get something, even if you don't come to the session on the 25th, and or so sign up for the year-long program. You will get something, and that is what I want to do, because my dream, what I want to manifest is the government should sponsor these programs, spend more money into these programs. This is how the government can help people to get out of their poverty. Poverty is a state of consciousness. I define poverty as a disease of the brain. The brain is not working well. Although I like Biden's program of anti-poverty and then putting trillions of dollars into it, which the Republicans don't like, and some Democrats too. So the real education, the real anti-poverty program is to open your third eye. And then the poverty is because the outrageous brain, which is the intuitive brain, is not functioning. Whereas what is functioning is perhaps the dominance, not perhaps, mostly the dominance of the frontal lobe, which is the rational reality, along with the parietal lobe and other parts of the brain associated with memory, which all conspire together to disallow you that tomorrow will be a different day and then miracles will happen tomorrow. Okay. And so you always are stuck in the old memory-driven reality and not allowing your mind to think about outrageous things. So that has to come to an end. If collectively, all of us, if the senators and congressmen can believe that, it will be good. But they will not, because for them it is what I'm teaching is superstition or religion. But things will change. I'm very confident things will change. That this is only people getting to know about the brain more, and we don't know about the brain as much as we should. So when I gave the meditation technique to Wayne Dyer in the 1990s, he was able to do a lot of miracles, create miracles for his students. If you go and he wrote a book and dedicated it to me and called Manifest Your Destiny. This is the guru from India who gives a simple sound like ah. And then that opens up your brain. And then if you don't have a child, then you are able to get a child, because the problem is inability to conceive. And then the sound allows you to conceive. And once you are able to conceive a baby, then the baby is there. And the same thing. So the theory is that which you cannot conceive, you cannot manifest. That's the theory. He illustrated in that book that he dedicated to me. But what is more important is why I wanted to talk to him of my new findings, but unfortunately he became a victim to cancer and died. So I have grown a lot. After that, when I went, did some research with the Harvard Medical School, scientists that the R could, the sound, just simple sound like could go to every area of the brain and also the intuitive brain. Okay, so that's fantastic. I know even beyond that, because that research is 6-7 years old now, but it is very valid that if we say that sound, keep on saying that, you can make the entire brain to it. That is intuition, not activating a certain part of the brain and then that locks you into logic and reasoning, and then that doesn't allow you to do anything outrageous that you want. But again, let me come back to what I wanted to do today, which is to awaken the third eye, which is the pineal gland in the physical body. I'm going to do a very simple exercise with you. And I know that when you leave this session, you will not do it. Because I've been teaching, at least in this lifetime, for 45 years. And why people don't get results? Because they don't do it. They are not committed to it. Then what they are committed to? They are committed to non-commitment. What can you do? And then that nobody can do that. You have to really be committed. And then, it's something like, if you don't do it and you expect results, it's not going to happen. Definitely not. And so at least you are in my presence here, spending time with me. And during this time, I'm going to give you something. So you are now listening to me, and then you are opening up your brain, because not only your mind is listening, the soul is also listening. And the soul is registering all these things, and then they really want it to happen at the soul level, at the mind level, which is the negative and limited and skeptical, will not allow it. That's the nature of the mind and it's of the rationality. But anyway, now I'm not going to leave you alone, but I'm going to give whatever I can contribute to you on this day. And that is a divine obligation that I have, and a human obligation towards all of humanity. So let's see how you can open up the third eye, which is the intuitive brain that can allow you to manifest what you want in your life. And that also, it will also give you great health and other things. Now, close your eyes. Put your attention in between the two eyes. Now that you don't have a toothpick or something with you, because you are going to prick with a toothpick the third eye. So since you don't have it, you can do it with your hand. Now with your right thumb, go and touch right above the nose in between the two eyebrows, and then press hard, and with a thumbnail, go up for 1.5 inches to the middle of the forehead. 1. Again, go back to the part in between the two eyebrows above the nose, and go up 1.5 inches roughly. Now a third time. Now keep your eye and keep the thumb touching the middle of the forehead, or slightly below the middle. And now remove your thumb from the forehead but keep your attention on the area where we started in between the two eyebrows and to the mid forehead. Keep your attention there. Focus the attention. You will be able to see or feel a sensation. Keep that. Focus attention on that area. The moment you put your attention, you will awaken the third eye in the subtle body and also awaken the pineal gland simultaneously. Keep your attention. Now, breathe in, inhale with your two nostrils and at the same time, or after you have inhaled, put the attention on the third eye. Keep your attention there. It is not only that you are going to be with me for the few minutes doing this. And I have, through my own sankalpa, which means my perfect, powerful thought, intend, put out an intention to help all of you, that you will have the ability to keep the attention for extended period of time, although you may forget, you will remember it. Forget after 2 or 3 hours, again remember it. But there will come a time, there is a possibility for everyone not to forget the attention on the third, even when you sleep. The third eye will allow you to know the future. Structure your future. Create your future. First we have to open it through attention. Attention is the key to unlock the third eye. Again, breathe in through the two nostrils. And focus attention on the third eye. Even when you leave this session, even when you will be opening your eyes, even with open eyes, you will still feel the third eye. Even when you are talking to people, you will not lose concentration on the third eye. Now, take your time and slowly open your eyes. Even after opening your eyes, put your attention on the third eye. Now, for instance, I am in front of my computer monitor. My attention is fully centered in my third eye. And I can vaguely see myself on the computer. Still, I can raise the intensity of the focus, and then I will completely disappear. Not only from the monitor, and also I won't have any bodily perception. Now, close your eyes. Breathe normally. Slowly. Come back to yourself. First to your two eyes, and then slowly come back to yourself. This is my gift for you to do it forever. And I will teach more about this on the 25th. But for those of you who came to this session, at least I have this technique which I have given, and you can use that. God bless, and that's what I wanted to say for now, and I would like to she has some questions that she wanted me to answer, so I will spend the rest of 10 minutes or so.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Pillai. So you had mentioned that you'll be doing a 2-part seminar series in addition to the May 25th event that will make up the entire first month of Mystery School, which is the first time you're actually teaching that many sessions within the first month of Mystery School. Can you tell us a little bit more about those other 2 sessions? They take place on a power time that removes karma. It's June 7th. It's a Pradosham. It's Monday. It's Bharani Star. And Sun is still in Taurus. And then the second date is the full moon in June, which is after the Sun moves out of Gemini. You had mentioned that from May 25th to June 25th is a powerful time for creating and manifesting a 200% life. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
First of all, I have some difficulty here. I have to come back to my mind, which I will do that. And can you help me to remind myself of what did I say that I would do?
Baba. Yes, Baba. So you said
the first, the 2 sessions, I'm going to do 2 sessions. Mm-hmm. I remember the first session, which will be the third eye session and Muruga and all that I will do. What are the second I said I will do?
The next session is going to be June 7th. That's a Pradosham day, a Monday, and a Bharani Star. So this is a day for removing karma. You said you wanted to be able to help people erase their karma and rewrite a new future. So the first session, the second session is June 7th. And then the third session of the whole month, first month of Mystery School, is June 23rd, which is the full moon.
Did I say what the topic for that third session?
No, you didn't. So I know you wanted to help people erase and then rebuild. So you mentioned it would be a 200% life type of manifestation.
So the first session, you know, that I'm going to do the third eye and Muruga, the god of the third eye, and how, and then that's a very important time of the year when you can connect with the god of the third eye, Muruga, and that is simple. And then the second is erasing karma. Okay. And see, everything that we go through in this lifetime is due to karma. Karma is the program with which we have come into this world. It is karma is the thought patterns, the events, the thoughts we have, the events that happen to us, the relationship that happens to us, the diseases that we go through, the health that we enjoy, are all due to our karma. You know, the Buddha, who never believed in God, so remember the Buddha came 600 years before Jesus. He did not believe in God, he did not believe in a soul, but he believed in the thought process that creates your life, your events, your wife, your husband, your children. It's all, the thought is the glue, that puts your psychology and physical events and your health, everything together. And we do not know we are even thinking. For instance, we are thinking about 40 thoughts a minute, and why we're thinking those thoughts, and everybody thinks different kinds of thoughts. And it's important to know about them. And then, because mostly these are garbage thoughts we have. So I will teach how to erase your karma, and give some techniques. And then I've done many karma removing techniques. Not that they are not valid today, but I will put more, throw more insight into those techniques. And so that part is that is erasing karma, so that you don't want the same reality, the karmic reality, to continue till we die. We have the ability to say, I don't want this relationship, I don't want this poverty, I don't want this ill health, and then make a commitment, and then I will teach you how we can erase that. That will be the first part of the program. The second one is rebuilding. Before you rebuild, you have to erase it. And the erasing part is the karma removal. And the rebuilding part is, again, how to think very fruitful, productive thoughts. And how can you think them deep? How you will emotionalize those thoughts, not cerebralize. Cerebral thoughts don't manifest. Right? Cerebral thoughts are robotic thoughts, neurotic thoughts. Robotic and neurotic thoughts are not going to manifest. So you have to pick up thoughts and then emotionalize. The emotions are very powerful. Emotions become the real thoughts. Emotionalizing those thoughts. These are the things that I would do on that day. And on the second part, whenever that I'm doing that. And that will complete the one unit, which will be the first month of the mystery school program. Okay. And see, everybody is the same. Everybody has 100 billion neurons. But then the way we differ from one another is because there are certain, genetic factors involved, no doubt about it. But genetic factors are not that important as the environmental factors, or what you can do. So if you ask me which is more powerful, the genetics or the programming that you do, the programming that you do can reverse your genetics. So you may have been born with bad karma, with bad parents, with bad grandparents, and then you live their thoughts too, you live their life too. And then that is difficult to change, but then there are techniques to change that too, So your own programming is much more important than the genetics. That's the scientific findings as well, not in my findings or spiritual findings. But science also, they say it's the same thing. See, for instance, if a child is born to very, impoverished environment, the father and mother, they had no education, and then they gave birth to this child. But if you remove the child and put it in the hands of very wealthy parents, educated parents, they are going to raise the child in a different way. Okay, and then the child will completely rewrite its own genetic structure. So I will do all that during that second session of rebuilding your life. So nobody has to go through their karma without any alternative. There is an alternative. Okay, the theory of karma is not about predeterminism or fatality. It is all, everything is in your hands, you know. And you need a commitment. You know, you need a commitment. And I will also teach some techniques of commitment during that program. Okay, that's it for now. And I invite you, if you can afford, you know, I've told people to, since it's the last program that I plan to do, I invite you to, as far as possible, to join the program, or at least to do the first month. Okay, that's the plan. God bless.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pillai. So I will answer some questions. Please go ahead and post them in the chat. I'll first start with some announcements, and then I'll get to your questions. So as we just heard, the first month of the program involves the awakening or activation of the third eye, followed by the karma removal, erasing your past, and then the rebuilding and creating your 200% life, manifesting your 200% life. And that's the first month of the year-long mystery school. Now, for the first time ever, Dr. Pillai is opening up the first month for you to join just that month. He's never done this before. We've asked him year after year, and he's never agreed to it. But because this is the final year, he is being even more compassionate than ever before and is allowing us to let you join just the first month. So if you are on the viewing page, or if you're on YouTube, there's a link below which is all about just the first month of Mystery School. So you heard all about it. You've heard about the 3 sessions that'll be included. If you join just the first month, it is same price as the normal Mystery School, which is $495. It includes less remedies though, but it does include remedies. It includes a 200% remedy program for 1 month. And we're giving you an early bird opportunity that is 10% off from now until May 20th. So if you are interested in joining this, then I would register as soon as possible so that you are in before May 20th. We do still have limited spots for the year-long program, so keep that in mind. If you're interested in the year-long program, there's around 65 spots left. We have a little over a week before that program begins on May 25th. So those are the announcements that I wanted to make. This is absolutely new for us to be able to offer this first month. Some of you have been writing in asking for ways in which you can join if you don't have the financial means to do so. First of all, please do not overextend yourself or go into debt to join this program. It is the only year-long and premier program that Dr. Pillai does, but we have other programs you're going to be able to join. However, what we did this year, which is also unprecedented, is opened up a scholarship application where you can apply for a partial scholarship to the fundamental level of the course. The link is also below this video, so please check that out. So there's a few options here for you, right? Like there's the year-long mystery school, which we encourage you to join because then that is the full year with Dr. Pillai. There's 2 levels inside of that. There's the premier level, which includes a one-on-one session with Dr. Pillai. And then there's the fundamental level, which includes monthly teachings with Dr. Pillai. All of them include lots of other ways to connect with your community, lots of support, remedies that get done. I won't go through all of that. I've talked about that on the other session, so you can look at the page for that. And if that's really on your radar and you really want to join the year-long and you're a little short on funds, we do have some partial scholarship opportunities. This is where you would fill in the scholarship, okay? Then if this is totally out of your budget, the year-long, then we invite you to join the month 1, just the month 1. It's not a year-long commitment, and it's same price as month 1 of Mystery School. However, we're giving 10% off between now and May 20th in order to help you even more be able to join. I want to clarify a little bit too. Dr. Pillai continues to reiterate this is his last year-long program. Some people have had concerns about him never teaching again. That's not what he's saying. We don't know what he'll do, but he is committing for 1 year, he's no longer wanting to commit to a whole year of a program in the future. Will he teach after 1 year? We'll find out. I don't anticipate him going into complete seclusion. But so please, some of you are just feeling a little anxious around that. So please don't worry. He's reiterating it's a 1 year program he's no longer doing. So if you really want to be on board for the 1 year program, this is your opportunity to do that. So let's see if there's any questions. On the sign up page, there seem to be 2 premier programs. There is 1 premier program, but there's 2 ways to pay for it. You can pay monthly or you can pay all in one. If you pay all at once, you basically get 2 months free of the program because we have reduced the full payment because it helps us not to have to do administrative work month after month for the monthly payments that come in. So we pass those savings on to you. You pay one time, you pay less, and you're done for the entire year. So, and everything on the page does include everything you need to know about what's included in each of those levels. What other questions do we have? If I buy the monthly year-long program, does it include the May program for $4.95? Yes. So the first month is included in your year-long program. So you're not missing a thing. If you join the year-long program, you don't miss anything. The month 1 was created for those who cannot join the year-long and need an alternative, a shorter commitment, a lower price, and this helps hopefully more people take advantage of that opportunity. Okay, can we do the 1 month and then add the other 11 months? Yes, good question, Alan. Thank you for that. So for those of you who are like, well, I can't really foresee how my finances are going to go for the entire year. Maybe right now you're not able to really get yourself into the year-long program. Put yourself into month 1. We believe in miracles. If by the middle or end of month 1, you're like, I got it, I'm going to be able to continue on this year long, that's your way in. And we'll start your full remedies from there on. You'll get the other benefits like the astrology readings and all the remedies that you receive, etc. So definitely, if you're like, I think I could do the year long, but I'm not quite there, put yourself into month 1, and then that hopefully is your springboard into the rest of the 11 months. Definitely good thinking there, Alan. I like what you're manifesting. Yeah, perfect. Any other questions? All right. Let's see, any other questions out there? We have someone saying that I know I'm going to manifest the funds and make it happen. Absolutely. You know, this is where Dr. Pillai has talked to us so many times about an unlimited consciousness. And just now he talked to us about how you have to emotionalize your manifestation, that thought. Otherwise, it's just a neurotic thought. It's just a thought of the brain, of the mind. But when you emotionalize it, so what I like to do from the emotionalizing of thought is to really feel what it's going to be like to be inside of this program. Really imagine that, what it's going to open up for you, or whatever your manifestation is, right? Bring the emotion and passion. And Dr. Pillai talks about infusing your thought and your manifestation with passion, with desire. So that's where you want to be when you're manifesting. So is it possible to manifest the funds in a week? Of course it is, right? Like it doesn't have to have a how, when, where. It only has to have your absolute focus and belief. He mentioned before, being able to conceive it. You have to believe and then it'll manifest. If you're looking for the scholarship application, it's below. In the YouTube video, it's in the description below. And then on the viewing page, I believe Sudrita will post it for you. Great. Liz said she just signed up for the year-long program. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. If I missed your question, please repost it. I'm trying to see them as much as possible. I have several chats open so I can see where they may be coming in. Is it possible to change from Mystery School Fundamentals to Premier? Yes. So if, again, just like if you're not quite sure your finances will bring you into the full year and you want to join the month one, do that. If you're not quite sure your finances are bringing you into the Premier, join the Fundamental and hope to springboard into the Premier. Now there is going to be a cutoff probably around after 1 or 2 months that we can't let people from Fundamental into Premier, only because we have a lot to cover in that year. You have lots of readings and lots of extra things to do, but we'll probably give you around 2 months to be able to manifest from Fundamentals to Premier. So if Premier is your aim, but you don't quite have the funds to get there, then start with Fundamentals. We'll do our very best to help you into Premier. Great question. Yes, thanks, Liz. Who else has joined so far today? It's been really exciting. We had a good influx of folks this week, and those of you who joined did receive Dr. Pillai's Akshay Tritiya teaching, and those of you who join after will still get access to that. So it just won't be live. But then your next deadline now is May 25th. He will be initiating that group of people at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on May 25th. So please, the cutoff is 5:30 p.m. on May 25th. So you want to make sure that you're in the program by then. If you have applied for a scholarship, you will be receiving an email from us. So if you haven't yet, check your email. Feel free to reach out if you feel like maybe there's a mistake and you haven't received anything yet. We're going to do our absolute best to accommodate as many people with our partial scholarships. Yeah, so anyone looking to join and you're on YouTube, just go to the description under the video. All the links are there. And I will post a couple for you. This is the month one. Make it easy for you. And also it gives you an opportunity to check out these pages to see what other stuff is in there. This is full. Okay, so I posted them in your chat on YouTube. What is covered in the month one? Will we benefit the board visualization of Babaji and the astrology reading? Good questions. No, that is not included in month one. So what's included? So the full year is when you get on the blessing board and you have the astrology reading and you get the remedies that go on every single day all year long. Those are included in the 1 year program. In the month one, you do get remedies. They're less of them. And you get the 3 teaching sessions, initiations, empowerments with Dr. Pillai, May 25th, June 7th, and June 23rd. Those are all significant power times. This is a really pivotal time. Dr. Pillai was talking about earlier how between May 25th and June 25th is the ideal time to be manifesting a 200% life. Why? The sun in Taurus is helping us to support us with financial manifestations, and then the sun in Gemini is helping to kind of establish more of that 200% life, spiritual material, and grounding it in for us. So he specifically mentioned May 25th to June 25th as an important time, which is why this program in the first month is happening. So when you join the first month, you get all 3 of those teachings, May 25th, June 7th, June 23rd. Those are 2 full moons and a pradosham, a karma busting day. All highly activated power times will help you manifest. So that's what you get. And you get what we call a 200% life remedy package. It's something that we have put together, and you get 1 month, 1 full month of those remedies, which include, I think, a full moon ritual, a new moon ritual, pradosham rituals. It's a variety really to help balance out your manifestations through ritual. So I hope that helps answer your question there. Yes, if you join month one, Muruga's birthday is included. So Muruga's birthday is May 25th. It actually starts May 24th through May 25th. Dr. Pillai will be doing his session on May 25th, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, so US based, and that is definitely included in the 1 month program. Is there a sounds like, can you join the 25th without paying for mystery school? Only if you purchase the month one. That was one of the questions I see over there. So yes, you don't have to join the full year long, just the month one, and that brings you Muruga's birthday on May 25th, and then those other 2 sessions that we just talked about. Okay, I think I've covered your questions. Let's see, any others? Yeah, Sudrid. Manifest your new 200% life, May 25th to June 25th. That's it. That's the bottom line. It's a pivotal time for this year for manifestation, for Dr. Pillai being super active and teaching a lot. We're so grateful for that. You saw how deep he went today. Just imagine how deep he goes during the power times that are actually helping to facilitate that energy even more when Muruga is available to him even more. So we are very much looking forward to that next week. Last call for questions, otherwise I'm going to wrap it up. Let's see if there are any other announcements that I have. Limited spots, we're around 65 right now. I gave you all the dates that you should need. If you're joining month one, please join by May 20th. You'll receive 10% off. That's about $50 USD. So that's a significant savings for that program. And we did that because we know a lot of people are poised and wanting to join, just don't have the funds just yet. So we did as much as we possibly can to help you get into this as soon as possible. So please take advantage of that. All right. Maggie says, let's do it. Let's manifest mystery school year-long program. Absolutely. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. How much scholarship are we entitled for? There's no entitled, but there's a partial scholarships, and they range from around 10 to 20%. So if you're looking to be able to join and you need a little extra support there, that's why we're asking you to please fill out the scholarship form. Is the May 25th session in the evening during the day? It is evening, so it's in the US. It's 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's when Dr. Pillai wanted it to be done. I know sometimes it's not, these timings are not always convenient to everyone around the world. Certainly our European friends, it's like 3 a.m. or something like that. But he selected this time because it's the most powerful time for him to be giving you this initiation. He wanted it done in the evening. And specifically on this day, in the morning, you have the Vishaka star, which is Muruga's birthday. In the evening, you have the Anuradha star, which is Lakshmi and Vishwamitra's birth star. And the whole day is the full moon. So this is really bringing some very unique, and again, the 200% life, prosperity, spirituality, and awakening the third eye all together in one day. So it is a powerful day. Now, if you cannot join the program, either one of the programs. Dr. Pillai gave you an empowerment today that you should use on May 25th. Don't let that day pass by, even if you aren't able to join one of the programs. He gave you the biggest gift today. So please take that and use it. That's the biggest service and the biggest gift that he gave. And why? Because he wants us all to be able to be manifesting, right? So even if you cannot join this program, please don't let that day pass without doing something about it. There's a question about getting a scholarship for the entire program. No, we are not giving out one of those this time around. So, but please fill out the application and you'll see what is available to you. Right, any other questions? I saw some people posting before about how they had an experience when Dr. Pillai did the third eye session. So yes, keep doing that. Keep putting your attention on the third eye. Keep doing the technique that he gave us all week in preparation for next Monday, Tuesday. Good question. So there's a question here. For the Indian students, the power times will be different from the US, where Babaji is located. Will it affect the Indian students in any way? So here's what we say about the power times. They're going to be different depending upon where you are in the world, because that's when the energies are falling differently on that particular location. However, when you're participating in the activities of, let's say, a ritual, or in this case, a session with Dr. Pillai, what's important is where that is happening. So two things. When the power time is happening in your time zone, wherever you are, you should be doing the practices for you. But when the power time is happening where the master is, or let's say where the ritual is being performed, that's the most potent time for all of us to be receiving the blessings, because he's inside of the power time where he's able to have Muruga come through him and channel him, or perform a fire ritual and call upon the gods and goddesses. So that's where the significance is for the event. The event and the power of that depends on the person or ritual or anything that's happening at that time that we're all connecting with. However, your power time, where you are, you should be doing your practice during your time. I hope that helps. How many days does it take to open your third eye? Well, that's a question for Dr. Pillai, certainly not for me. But I would recommend that you join the session and find out what he is providing and empowering us with that day. It's really interesting because this is the other power time for Muruga is Skandashashti, or it happens later in the year. So now we get this opportunity to really be tapping into Muruga on his birthday. And Dr. Pillai has said in the past, is when the god or goddess can birth inside of you. So we get access to the archetypes qualities during these times. And now with Dr. Pillai giving that session, that live session on that day, we have a lot of gifts that Dr. Pillai is going to be giving away. I'm confident of that. Oftentimes, and many people say this, it's like he over delivers on everything. So this 1 month, please don't ever have a doubt that it's not going to be, out of this world. In fact, if you're not satisfied, let us know. We'll give you your money back. There's no question there. But yes, if you have the funds to put yourself into month 1, then please do that. You'll get everything that is, we're going to be having the May 25th, the June 7th, the June 23rd, and your remedy package. How do we know the power times where we are? So you can look that up in the Astraved app or the Astraved Hora Watch app, and then it shows you the different times. The time Shaktis, Dr. Pillai calls them. You have your moon phases, your stars, your horas, planets that rule the day, as well as each hour. There's plenty other information in there too that you can be reading up on. Lots of love for Dr. Pillai in the chat. It's really beautiful. Thank you. Okay, good question, Evelyn. If you joined the program already, there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. There's not going to be anything in it until Dr. Pillai delivers the May 25th live event. And then we'll be able to be populating that replay. And for those of you who haven't been courses with us before, you get everything. I mean, you get the original replay of the video, you get an audio version of that. We break out the meditation, we put in mantra loops, we give you a transcript, we do key points of that transcript and that teaching. Every which way you could possibly learn something, we provide that to you. So you should never have to worry about not receiving the information in a way that's going to work for you. Also, there's community behind it. So if you have questions, there's going to be a Facebook group even for month 1. And you'll be able to connect with the Pillai Center teachers as well as the community. For month 1, there's also 4 teaching sessions. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So every week you'll be in the teaching sessions that happen every Sunday at 7:30 or 7 a.m. Pacific time. So you'll be inside of the mystery school with everybody else for that whole month, enjoying the Facebook group as well as the weekly teaching sessions. All right, I'm just checking if there's anything else. Which hora should we be doing the practices in India? Depends on the practice. There's different horas for different practices. For some of you have been in the Shri Brazil programs, and the Venus hora is the time to do Shri Brazil. If you were going to be doing this third eye and Muruga empowerment, then Mars hora would be an ideal time to do it. However, don't let that stop you from doing it. Don't say, oh, I have to do my practice at this time, and maybe if you miss it, just do it. Just do it all the time, but aim to do it during the most powerful times as well. The best time to do your practice is when you have time to do your practice. All right, so you have this technique today. Do it every single day. Do it as much as possible throughout the day. Let this be your empowerment. Let this be your gift from Dr. Pillai. It was immense. You saw how deep he went. He forgot, where his thoughts were no longer there. And we can get to there too. We just have to do a lot more practice. And we're using and utilizing the energy of the master. It's one of the beautiful things about being in this program, and also anything that he gives us, these empowerments. We are, I think of it as like plugging into a light socket, right? Like by ourselves, Dr. Pillai says, yes, we are God, but we have lots of layers of things that keep us from being our true awakened divine self. That's karma, that's thoughts, that's ancestors, that's astrology, right? But when we plug into his light socket, we receive this charge, this empowerment, this energy, this darshan. The grace of the guru invigorates us, empowers us. That's what he gave you today. It's immense. Please do not let this just be something that you forget about. Continue to do this practice every single day. It's simple, just be doing this, even if you're, sitting and taking a 2-minute break at work or waiting online somewhere, just be incorporating it into your life. He wants us to be able to be awakening that third eye and increasing our intuition so that we can live better, so we can manifest more, so we can have spiritual experiences. Don't take this for granted. That's what I'm saying. Someone's asking about contacting Dr. Pillai. He doesn't make himself available in that way, but when you join the Premier program, around month 6, he will be having a one-on-one session with you. So the reason why it's month 6 is 2 reasons. One, we're giving you lots of opportunity to clean up your karma before you get to him. So you're gonna have a naughty reading and the remedies done. You're going to have some astrology reading, and you're gonna have some other remedies that he's gonna pick on your behalf that'll be done every month. And of course, the monthly package that you get with Mystery School. And then you'll be able to talk to him. You'll be in your best, clearest self, and that's when you'll have your session with him. But other than that, he's not available for like an email or a call or anything like that. We get him when we get him, and during these live sessions or whenever he does videos. It's all spontaneous. It's all pretty much unplanned a lot of times. So we're just grateful that, you know, we're able to travel this lifetime with a Sadhguru, with a master. Now, this is so rare, and to be so grateful for that. And yes, Dr. Pillai is inwardly available to all of us. And that's what we do when we do his practices, when we listen to his videos, to join his programs. We're connecting with him constantly because he's always emanating like the sun, right? Bhaskaran means sun. He's always giving light, giving light, giving light. And we're receiving it, but you have to put your direction towards that sun, right? The more you do that, the more you receive. Some people have pictures of him. They light candles or ghee lamps to him. Miracles happen. Trust me, miracles happen when you do that. So please don't ever feel like there's a limitation. You can connect with him inwardly. What's the best way to connecting with Dr. Pillai without Mystery School? I think I just answered those. So preempted your question there. Print out a picture, have a ghee lamp or candle lit in front of it. Say his name. You can chant his, one of the mantras or names that he used to have is Dattatreya, Shiva Baba, or just Om Drum Dattatreya, Shiva Baba. There's the Mula mantra. Would you look that up on the Pillai Center YouTube channel? Repeat that. That's a really beautiful mantra. That's one of the ones he wants us to use to connect with him. There's also the miracle mantra, another beautiful mantra to connect with him. We have some great videos with music behind them, beautiful way to connect. So that's how you can do it. Of course, if you're in any other program, that's another way to connect. But if you don't have the means to join programs, he's still here. He's still available, and always joining and watching his YouTube videos, his Facebook videos, things like that. All right. Lots of people asking for blessings. You should do that yourself. He's there asking for the blessing. Thank you. Sudri just posting the Mula mantra chant. That's great in the chat. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Oops, here's another question I missed. I have the Muruga Immersion course. Is this going to be updated? No, it's not going to be updated. The Muruga Immersion course was a course that Dr. Pillai did when he was in India one year and gave some very unique teachings. And so that will stay as it is. And then he always comes up with new teachings, especially, you know, around power times. So we don't usually go back and update old courses because that teaching was delivered during whatever time was best for that teaching. And typically we just start a new program and deliver what it is he gave on the new unique day. So every moment is new in Dr. Pillai's world, and we just keep moving with him and forward. Thank you so much for your question, and congratulations. That's a fantastic program. All right, so final session here, just a quick recap. You have your opportunities to join the year-long program with Dr. Pillai. There's only 65 spots left there, so please, if that's something that is available to you financially, we encourage you to take action before May 25th in order to get in the program, and hopefully, hopefully the spots won't be gone by then. If you are having financial difficulties and just need a partial scholarship for Mystery School year-long, fill out the scholarship application and we'll see what we can do. So that's year-long. You have your fundamentals and you have your premier, and you have an option to pay in full or you have an option to pay monthly. Then you have your month one, and your month one is your May 25th, your June 7th, and your June 23rd. 3 sessions plus weekly teaching calls with the mystery school teachers, and some remedies included in that. So those are your 2 options on how to get started with mystery school today. If you would like to join the month one and feel like you could upgrade later, definitely that's a way in to the year long. And if you want to join fundamentals and move into Premier afterwards, another way to kind of ease your way into that long commitment or financial commitment that includes. I wish that everyone who's able to and willing to and can manifest themselves into this course, that you are able to do so. And I look forward to seeing you in it. This is our last webinar of the series. So if you have any questions, please write to office@pillaicenter.com. We are here to assist you in the best we possibly can. And I hope to see you on May 25th. Namaste.